Hello and welcome to this video tutorial on how to use the RepTool by reporters. In this video I want to explain you how you may work with the graph option of the RepTool to check a report with the graph. The first ideas to create the graph came from the idea to visualize a RepTool report, so to show a report in a picture. When you have created a report in the traditional way, you may use the graph menu option to see the report created as a flowchart. Symbols of the graph. You will see following symbols in the graph: treatment steps, an acceptor and his technology as blue framed square symbols, and fractions as green framed cake symbols, as well as the composition of final fractions, respectively the chosen use of the components as gray framed square symbols. You may scroll the report to see report results. This gives you the option to check quickly if a report is correct and complete, as red frames always indicate that something is missing or wrong within a step. The detail setting of the red frames, if they appear or not, is given by the inspection rules chosen by the RepTool administrator. The percentage shown at the bottom of each symbol represents the percentage of weight from the previous step. Options in the graph. As you may have a big report, you may use the collapse feature, the minus symbol, to hide the detailed results of a branch. With clicking the expand symbol, the plus, you may open or unhide the treatment branch again. To see only the first fractions of the report, use the collapse all button in the graph menu and you will get a graph with only first fractions and their treatment steps shown. With expand all in the graph menu, you will get the full treatment tree shown again. With zoom in and zoom out in the graph menu, you may adjust the size of writing and bring more or less data on the screen. With original size, you will come back to the first setting. To edit data via the graph. Use of the graph icons. When you want to edit any data, e.g. those ones where you see a red shade, just click the symbol and you will see available information for this fraction or this treatment step in a pop-up information. Graph icons. In the headline of the pop-up information of the graph symbols, you may see following icons. The pencil, with which you may edit data related to the step. A window to edit data will open. With the plus symbol, you may open a window allowing you to add steps following, e.g. to add the first or any additional acceptor or technology. When you have edited information within the graph window opening, you have two options to submit your input. Press Submit to keep the window open on the screen and continue with some further input. Press Submit and Close to submit data and close the window. Use this option if you have finished your input for this step. The blue arrow symbol in the pop-up information plays the same role as everywhere. Click it to jump to the relevant page for this fraction in the traditional program, where you may edit data related to this step. With the overview symbol, you jump to the relevant fraction in the report overview. The fraction or the treatment step where you jumped to is blinking for you and you may continue work from here. You have to go back to the graph by using the graph menu option. If a controller remark is given to the fraction or the treatment step, the controller remark is shown at the graph symbol and in the pop-up information. When you click the controller remark symbol, you open the controller remark in a window allowing you to work on it, e.g. to answer the controller remark. To create a report with the graph. With having the option to add fractions and acceptors technologies with the plus icon, you have now the option to create the whole report via the graph. You just have to add a report in the traditional way by choosing the input fraction and the input weight and add a blank report. When you choose this new report with the graph icon from the list of available reports, you will see the empty graph just showing you an empty symbol for the first step treatment. Now you may continue with the pencil icon to edit the report or with the plus icon to add fractions. When you have chosen the first fractions, a window to edit data will appear, e.g. to insert weights. After you have added the weights and you have pressed submit and close, these three first fractions will appear in the graph. You may continue adding the acceptors for these fractions by choosing the plus icon in the information pop-up. Go on like this to add the acceptors and add following fractions via the plus icon. Go on filling up your graph, your report with fractions and treatment steps. And when you end up at final fractions, final technologies, you will be asked to provide composition data and the use in the final technology like usual. When you have nearly finished your report, see one of our other examples, scrolling the graph for data not complete, see red frames, and editing them via the graph allows you to complete the data input via the graph. When you have finished the report, you have to close the report like traditionally by setting it to done. Use the edit option on the first treatment step to come to the edit report page and set the report status to done like explained in another video. I hope I could make you interested in using the graph options of the RepTool. Thank you for your attention and goodbye.